Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Janine McGowan, and this is my Flosstube for the blue flower. I've got a visitor in the office this morning. I don't know if you can see, but Raya's back there on her bed joining me. We've switched up to winter walking schedule, which means they've had breakfast first because it's too dark to walk, and then we just finished our little excursion, so now she's ready for a nice nap. Jumping right in. It's an early-ish Saturday, but I am fully caffeinated and ready to go, which is great because I have a very busy day planned. You can probably see some of the chaos behind me, but yeah, those are all components for Jingle Ball kits, and all of the components have been assembled. So today I'm going to actually put them in the kit boxes and get them labeled and be done, which is great because I'm leaving to be at the Shepherd's Needle next week in Arkansas, and so when I get back I'll be able to start shipping those kits because they'll be ready. It also means I might get to design a little bit this weekend, which is very exciting because I have the idea that I want for my major market release next year and I can see it in my head, so now it's time to start working that out as a design and see if I can get it to work. Jumping right in, stitching in action, Susan sent us this beautiful finish of Christmas Hippo. I love this. This is a free chart on the Blue Flower website. Susan stitched this for her great-grandson, who is 4 years old, and she said his favorite Christmas song is the I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. So I just love that that's going to be part of his Christmas this year, and I really love this finish. I've never done one of these tart pan finishes, so I asked her was it easy, and she said yes. She said it was great. She said she used a tutorial by Helen D, so I need to look that up, but I just love it. Thank you so much for sharing that, Susan. What I'm stitching, just models and Jingle Ball kits, but hopefully by the next video I will have some things to show and certainly new releases, but for right now it's just trying to get all the boxes into the house and then repackaged and back out of the house, or at least back so that we can use any of our flat surfaces again and they're not just covered with stuff. So, stash spotlight. I've got two things from my recent trip to Acorns and Threads. First off is called Floating House. This is from Cottage Garden Samplings, and this is because I always wanted to live in a houseboat, and so this is perfect. It's a quick little design, just 120 by 120. I don't know if you can see there's a little dog on the deck there. Of course I'd make that a greyhound. I might put another greyhound up there, maybe even a greyhound in the water. But I also found something fun. I'm going to see if I can show this without showing the chart. There's this little fold-up thing where you can make notes of anything that you changed, which is such a great idea and so handy. So that's Floating House from Cottage Garden Samplings. And then this one is called All Hallows Eve. It's from Blueberry Ridge Designs, and I really like the design. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't have any shirts from Blueberry Ridge, so that's a new one for me. And I also noticed that the model was stitched on Wallaby from number 12 Stitch Co., which is one of my favorite fabrics. I haven't been able to use it for models here because it's harder to get for stores in the US, but it's a beautiful fabric and I look forward to stitching that design. On to World Around. It's been a weird summer as far as the garden. Too hot for so long, nothing started, and then it cooled off and we've had all this beautiful weather, and so things are going that should be done, and it was just strange. But at the moment we're getting tons of green beans, and this is actually the first year that I've grown green beans really well, and we love having them in the garden because we like them, and also our dog Twinkle, the little one, he's had the go-ahead to eat lots of green beans from the vet. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to learn about them, and one of the first things I learned is that they're very slightly toxic when you eat them raw. That not enough to cause any harm unless you're eating vast amounts, and if you cook the beans, that all goes away. So that was good to know, but I'm still very excited to be eating fresh beans from the garden every day. They also, in addition to that very slight amount of toxin, contain many great nutrients and are thought to help prevent diabetes, cancer, and cardiovascular disease. And they have fiber, vitamins, and protein, so pretty amazing food. They originate in South and Central America, where they were grown grown with corn, because I believe early beans were mostly pole type beans, and so they would use the corn stalk as a support to twine up and support the bean plant. Now they come in two kinds. You can get the pole beans, which grow up, or the bush beans, which just spread out and don't need a separate support. They are not just green, although green beans are all green, but that didn't make sense. It made sense in my head. Anyway, they can be not just green, but the pole beans, snap beans, can also be yellow or purple or red speckled. I stick to growing the plain green ones because, like I said, I can't do the difficult stuff. I got to stick to the basics for right now and just enjoy that. But they are beautiful. They are also very popular because they're pretty easy and quick to grow. Oregon grows over 1 million tons of green beans every year, and it is, I think, only the 4th largest grower in the US, so that's a lot of green beans. I also learned that they do not need to be pollinated. Those little flowers don't need to be pollinated in order to produce a bean, which is good. I was worried because I would see all the little flowers and I wouldn't see anything in there, and I'd like to learn more about that, but I didn't have a chance for this video. But yeah, if anyone knows why they don't need to be pollinated and yet still produce flowers, that would be great. I'd be interested. If you, in fact, love green beans, there is an annual Green Bean Festival in Blairsville, Georgia. They have a canning competition, seems normal, and also a green bean pizza eating competition, which seems more unusual, but I'm not opposed to putting interesting things on a pizza. I would definitely try that. The largest green bean casserole in the world was baked in 2019 by the Green Giant and a team of assistants, weighed over 1,000 pounds, and still holds the record in the Guinness Book of World Records for the very largest green bean casserole. So, a little bit of information about green beans. Questions. Last video, I asked for questions from you, and I got lots of great ones. Thank you so much. It was nice to have a chance to answer your questions directly, so I appreciated that. This video, the question is, I've just realized that this is Flosstube episode 99, which means next one is episode 100 because I can count, which seems like a milestone, and I wondered whether there's anything that you would like to see for the 100th episode of the Blue Flower Flosstube. Best thing this video, Jingle Ball tickets will go on sale next week, so I will be in Arkansas watching the updates from Steph to see if we're going to sell these kits or if they're going to live as part of our home for the next while. So I'll be watching that, but I hope you are taking a look at the Jingle Ball website. I've put a link in the notes for this so you can pop on over there. There are so many great classes. I wish we got to take the classes. We don't, and it's very sad, but yeah, there's some great stuff in there, and it would be great to be able to take it. We had our, Steph calls it the Hunger Games, where we hash out who does which class when, and I think my classes conflict directly with Kathy Haberman and Beth Twist, which is just like, oh man. So, talk about going against the best. But yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for this class, and I would love to be able to see some of you there at the Jingle Ball. All right, last video, the giveaway, combination turkey themed one. We have this beautiful turkey talk from Beth Twist, and going with it, the scissors bag, also from Beth Twist. The bulky, I've got stuff all over here. And the winner of this one is Donna Duncan. So Donna, drop me a message with your address and I will get that off to you. Giveaway this video, since I was at Acorns, I've done one of the 2 designers there at the Fall Pacific Northwest Stitch Summit. So we did Beth Twist, and then I wanted to also feature Teresa Kogut. And I picked up this book, Hello Halloween, from her to give away. It is packed full of wonderful designs. I can't flip through all of the designs, but there are quite a few of them. I can show some of them without showing the charts, but it's a beautiful booklet full of lots of fun stuff, not just this big cover sampler. Lots of fun. So if you use the word cat in your comments, I will pick a winner for the next video, and you will be able to start your Halloween stitching with Teresa Kogut. Announcements, as I said, I'm off to Shepherd's Needle next week, and I'll be there all week for 2 sessions. I hope to see some of you in those classes there, and then I'll be back on the weekend. The next video, I should have new releases to show, and hopefully some more exciting things for the big 100th episode. We've got puppy video at the end, and you'll see a visitor in our video this week. Sunny, the little long-haired dachshund, was staying with us for a bit while her family was out of town. So the dogs loved having her, and then as soon as she left, they were so exhausted, they absolutely just passed out and slept for 8 hours straight without even moving. So it was a lot of fun for all of us. You get to see some cute Sunny videos in the end here, and I thank you very much for joining me. I hope you're doing something fun for the long weekend, and as I said, I will be working and getting ready to head out of town, but I look forward to chatting with you again in a couple of weeks. Bye.